Good evening. I'm Stacey Amos for News Channel 8, and these are the top stories that we have for you tonight. The Cotton Valley Fire Station reopened today. Spongebob SquarePants hits the territory. A 13-year-old from one Caribbean country takes a top tourism prize. And Bogle's weekly entertainment report. Those stories and more are up next for you on News Channel 8. Top story tonight, we reported last night that the Cotton Valley Fire Station had closed. Well, it reopened today. Here is the story behind the closing. The Virgin Islands Fire Service was forced to temporarily close the Cotton Valley Fire Station on St. Croix due to manpower shortages yesterday. Assistant Fire Services Director Daryl George said that while management was forced to make the decision and close the station, we have addressed the manpower challenges. We will be reopening the station at 8 a.m. on Friday. Until Friday morning, units from the alternate fire stations would respond in case of a fire emergency in the Cotton Valley area. In other news, we shared earlier this week that Secretary of Transportation Ray LaHood stopped into the territory. Here's a recap of the press conference held at the Henry E. Rolston Airport.
Where we are today is also an economic engine for the island. Airports are an economic engine because they provide jobs. So I am proud to say that we are going to be making an award today, which will be an important step towards modernizing air service and travel to St. Croix. Through a program called the Small Community Air Service Development Program, we will be providing a $300,000 grant to help the Virgin Island Port Authority improve service from the airport to other destinations. These funds will support the community's efforts to establish new nonstop service from St. Croix and the mainland of the U.S., and also to reduce the cost of traveling to and from St. Croix and generate new jobs and economic growth to the Virgin Islands.
Thank you, Secretary LaHood. And when we invited you, we really wanted you to just come and see, but you've come with a little bonus for us in that $300,000 grant, and we're really thankful for it. And I'm sure that Executive Director Mills and his staff will put it to very, very good use. So thank you so much.
Mr. Secretary, I would just like to say thank you very much for taking the time, not just for coming to the Virgin Islands, but you're visiting both islands. And I think that's extremely important to us, that you're taking the time to come to St. Croix, but also to St. Thomas, and truly get a sense of the Virgin Islands. And I think after this visit, you will have that opportunity. And I just want to echo the delegates' words, which is we're very glad for the air service grant. As you can tell, one of the most important things as part of our economic development is air service. Air service and roads and infrastructure. And a grant such as that allows us to go out and market the territory, market St. Croix, market St. Thomas, to be able to attract those not just to the Virgin Islands, but to the entire region. And for that, we're thankful that you personally took the time to come here and to provide that with us.
Also, Tuesday of this week was the last day to hand in paperwork if you wanted to run for office. Here's a recap of our conversation with Board of Elections Chairman Rupert Ross.
Well, this is the most significant day in the primary and general election cycle. All candidates that are seeking public office at the general election in November must file by 5 o'clock this afternoon. By 5 o'clock this afternoon, and shortly thereafter, the election system will determine whether or not there will be a need for primary elections on September the 8th, and who will be participating in those elections. So today is a significant day in the election cycle.
All right. And as far as registered voters are concerned for the primary and the general election, what are the procedures for people being registered? I voted last time, so am I automatically in?
Yep. If you registered and voted in the last election, you are still on the rolls for this primary election. The primary sites on St. Croix, Juanita Gardine, Alexander Henderson, Ricardo Richards, and the St. Croix Educational Complex, which is a new site. Voters will be asked to go to those sites on primary day, and if they're a member of a political party, Democrat, Republican, or ICM, and there is a primary in the party offices or for public office, they're urged to come out and vote. The Board of Election will be hosting public interactive forum on August the 22nd, Wednesday, August the 22nd, at the St. Croix Educational Complex at 6:30. We're inviting all candidates and all voters and people who have questions to come and join us so that we can further explain in greater detail the activities of the election system. I'd also like you to keep in mind the date of August the 29th. That is the day in which the election system will begin the certification and testing of the voting machines that we are going to use during the upcoming primary election cycle. It is important that we answer your questions, so as many electors, voters, residents, anyone who wishes to check out our machines and make sure that they are what we say they are free to come and join us on August 29th.
Coming up, Trinidad wants more top athletes for the Olympics in 2016, and a 13-year-old wins top prize in a tourism essay contest. We'll tell you the who, what, and where in our Caribbean Report.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
Now here's your Caribbean Report. From the Caribbean, ESPN FC, a new multi-platform soccer network, debuted on Wednesday, providing coverage of various leagues in multiple languages from around the world. From the Caribbean, more than 28,000 farmers in 8 Caribbean countries are expected to benefit from a $20.2 million initiative over the next 5 years. From Anguilla, in its commitment to help strengthen the local business fraternity, the Chamber of Commerce and Industry executed a strategic plan workshop geared towards business development and continuity for the next 3 years. From Antigua and Barbuda, the Hospitality Training Institute has just announced it has signed agreements aimed at boosting training and student exchange with 2 similar institutions in the Dominican Republic. From Antigua and Barbuda, 13-year-old Tarikia Benjamin from the Antigua Girls High has copped the first prize in the senior division of the 2012 Florida Caribbean Cruise Association Foundation's Children's Essay Contest. She won $3,000 from a field of candidates representing 19 Caribbean countries. From Dominica, the trial of former Attorney General Bernard Wiltshire and 4 other people on charges of forgery and conspiracy to obtain birth certificates has been adjourned to October after the prosecution said it was not prepared to proceed. From Dominica, Dominica and Grenada are among a group of countries developing a regional plan to combat the black sigatoka disease, which is a growing threat to the Caribbean's banana crop. From the Dominican Republic, Spanish solar energy company Isophoton and the government have signed a power purchase agreement, giving the company the green light to begin construction of one of Latin America's largest photovoltaic plants in the country. The plant will represent the first such installation. From Guyana, representatives of Guyana and Suriname are currently in Saudi Arabia to attend a special heads of government summit of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation in Makkah, better known as Mecca. From Jamaica, Jamaica is one of 10 participating states in a project aimed at developing a regional monitoring and evaluation framework meant to contribute to reducing the vulnerability of the tourism sector to natural hazards and climate change. From Jamaica, 7 students have been awarded scholarships by the Chinese government to pursue their studies in China for bachelor's and master's degrees at various universities. From Puerto Rico, a federal grand jury has indicted 13 alleged members of a Puerto Rican gang known as the Butchers, who are accused of killing a lawyer during a drive-by shooting. U.S. Attorney Rosa Emilia Rodriguez says the suspects are charged with 5 murders, 2 attempted murders, and drug trafficking. From St. Kitts and Nevis, the main opposition People's Action Movement has called for a bipartisan examination of the crime situation as the Twin Island Federation has just recorded its 14th murder so far this year. From Nevis, a group of Nevisians living in Canada continued their contribution to the development of their homeland in August when they provided financial assistance in the areas of education and health. From St. Lucia, Executive Director of the Employers Federation, Joseph Alexander, says there could be major problems ahead for the country with the decision of the government to borrow money to pay public servants. From Trinidad and Tobago, a $2 million athletic development program has been unveiled to target promising athletes likely to represent the country in the 2016 Olympic Games in Brazil. And from Trinidad and Tobago, the government has approved $45.39 $1.9 million for the country's fight against crime. National Security Minister Jack Warner announced there will be 5,000 Special Reserve police officers added to the police force within a year. And in your cricket update, Jamaican sprint sensation Johan Blake says there is a real possibility that he could debut his international cricket career in Australia this summer. Please be sure to check our Facebook page for all full stories and details in the Caribbean Report. Now, parents and children, listen up. McDonald's is the place to be this weekend for the one and only Spongebob SquarePants. Here are the details.
Hello, my name is Karen. I'm from Arcos Dorados McDonald's, USVI Caribbean Division. This weekend, we'd like to invite parents and children out to meet SpongeBob SquarePants. This will be our new Happy Meal. All children and their parents are invited to visit and take pictures with their camera of the SpongeBob character. In our St. Thomas Market, we have him at the Lockhart Gardens August 18th at 1 p.m. In St. Croix at Villa Lorraine McDonald's on Sunday, August 19th at 1 p.m. Once arrived on St. Thomas, he will take a tour bus promoting Lockhart Show at 1 o'clock on Saturday. And on Sunday, he'll also be on a tour bus, a safari bus promoting the Villa Lorraine show that starts at 1 p.m. The McDonald's character SpongeBob brings music and the character to the Villa Lorraine and the Lockhart Gardens store. You will also have games such as Put on the Hat to win prizes. There will also be a SpongeBob pinata with toys and back-to-school articles. We invite kids to take photos with their parents and bring their own cameras. SpongeBob SquarePants and his friends are featured as the McDonald's Happy Meal toy, now available at the USVI restaurant. This Happy Meal is here for a limited time only, and there are 16 SpongeBob figures, ranging from SpongeBob to Patrick. The meals offered as part of our Happy Meals are for the USVI is a choice of chicken nuggets, hamburgers, cheeseburgers, or Filet-O-Fish. Once again, don't forget to join us this weekend, August 18th on St. Thomas at 1 p.m. Lockhart Garden, and on St. Croix at Villa Lorraine McDonald's at 1 p.m. to meet SpongeBob SquarePants.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Now for more fun things to do, here's Bogle with your weekly entertainment report.
Thank you very much, Stacey. Good evening to everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of the Entertainment Report. And we're going to tell you definitely you're looking some place to go tonight, Friday night. It's right here on the big island of St. Croix, downtown Christian Said Club 54. It's all about Mother Fire Nile CD release, concert, and party, all right? On the card, you're going to have the likes of Excalibur. You're going to have the likes of Ambush, and also Batch. And of course, Mother Nile herself will be performing. And they'll all be backed by the Fire Train Band. So you got to go on out and show your support for Mother Fire Nile tonight at Club 54. Also tonight, taking place at the Frontline Nightclub down in Estate Calhoun. It's all about Fire Fridays. All your favorite DJs that you love could be there playing for music for you also. And you can also have the opportunity to win some money. Remember, you can go down to Frontline every night on the weekend. Saturday night, they have the bars. It's open house and they sell food. And on Sunday, it's all about the country and the western hang out. They play all types of music, but country and western is the main focus, and it happens to be a good event. So check it out each and every Sunday also at Frontline. And then we're going to tell you about tomorrow night, Saturday night. If you're on the big island of St. Croix, you're looking some place to go, you can of course go to the Nissan Center. It's all about the big Leo Bashman. It's presented to you by Big Cat and KDM. It's all about Selector Boujou and Joe Grind birthday bash. Of course, it's a Leo affair. All Leos getting free before 12 with the proper government ID. So don't even want to create any ID trying to say use a Leo to get in for free. And it's just $10 before 1 o'clock. On the card with DJ Steven. He's a two-time international DJ of the year. He's Mr. Bacchanal of Trinidad's DJ. He's the #1 DJ out of Trinidad, by the way, of LA. Also, you're going to have Selector Chicken holding down Big Cat Sound in the North Carolina area. And you're going to have Buju and Valence who holds it down here in the VI. You're going to also have DJ Carl and DJ Babs. Early juggling by DJ Trooper. So you got to go to the Nissan Center, of course, the line for this big event this Saturday. And if you're on the island of St. Thomas, you're looking someplace to go, definitely it's all about Club 103 at Club Metropolis down there in the sub-base area. You got to go and check it out. All the DJs from 103.5 is going to be there playing tunes for you. So definitely you got to go on out and support your Virgin Islands DJs and selectors as they take it to you at Club Metropolis for the first edition on St. Thomas of Club 103. And I'm going to tell you something that happening on Labor Day. It's all about a pre-Labor Day explosion as the Caribbean Togetherness Group brings it to you Saturday, September 1st at the Crusaders Nightclub. Music by the DJ icon, of course, DJ Jules, country, soca, reggae, and much, much more. It starts from 10 p.m. It's just $10 get you in. Don't forget, there'll be free school supplies given out to the adults for the early bird adults. So you definitely got to go and check this out and get your school supplies for your children. You know, school is going to open the next week. So definitely you got to go and check that one out. And of course, I want to thank the people of Tortola. We really had a good time for Tortola Emancipation Festival. All the villages were good. Carrot Bay in town and Road Town and also Eastern Longlook. I want to say kudos to Pumpa for doing a great job. Also Showtime and Extreme now with all that good music. And definitely that backstage fun we had with Barrington Levy and his band and the promoters of the Road Town Village. It was all good. So make sure next year you book the dates for, of course, Tortola Emancipation Festival or the BVI Emancipation Festival. It goes on for 3 weeks, 3 juves. It packs a punch. It's very, very good. So I want to thank you for joining me here on the Entertainment Report. Remember, if you drink, just don't drive. And whatever you do, try to do it peacefully. Back to you, Stacy.